Hello, good evening.
Good evening, madam.
Good evening, ma'am.
Okay, so I can see there are eight students. I have no idea how many students are there in your batch. Do you have an idea? Or else let me know whether I need to wait for some more minutes or should I start? What's your opinion?
Good evening, madam. There are a lot of people in the group, but
Ah,
the PGD, BD, all the people are in the same group. That's why we couldn't find who are in the BED in TESL.
Harry, okay, what's the time now? Now we'll wait for 1 minute, not more than that.
Okay,
And
madam.
the other thing, this is a new batch, I suppose. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. So, what you need to do is actually, you can just have an idea about who are there in your batch. I have no idea whether there are students from different batches here.
Maybe
Maybe,
there are.
Harry. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So altogether, how many students are there in the group? You told that there is
Oh,
a particular WhatsApp group.
nearly 25, madam.
Sorry?
Nearly 25, madam.
25. Okay. So, this is, yeah, I will tell you. So, this is how. So, then I am with you for the subject teaching English as a second language. In addition to this, you may be learning other subjects also. So, after doing a lecture, I have to share these slides with you, and I can send it to you through the management. But through my experience, what I have done is actually the responsibility is taken by a particular student. The particular student is sharing the slides with the common group. Okay, later we will decide how we can do it. Hari, okay. Uh, I have no idea. So this is me. I'm just telling you, there are some video. Hari, I will check it later. Some students they have to switch off the video, I think, because I don't mind if you switch on video, but accidentally if you switch on video, that will be a disturbance. Sorry. Okay. So I am Dr. Anusha Tennakon. Permanently, I am attached to Sri Lanka Institute of Advanced Technological Education. We are conducting higher national diplomas. Sometimes I feel there may be students who followed the programs at SLAT. Are there students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
madam.
okay. Hari, okay. So I have given
I'm
my
also,
qualification.
madam.
What was the center?
De
රත්නපුර
Dehiwala.
ATI madam.
Ratnapura,
Dehivalam.
Dehiwala. Ha.
Candy.
Dehiwala.
Candy also. Hari, okay. So then those who were not the students of SLIAT, they might have done a diploma at some other places. Okay. So because the diploma is the base to follow a degree. Hi, okay, so here I have mentioned my qualifications. I have obtained my PhD from Columbia University, master degree from Kelaniya University, and my basic degree is English special degree, that is at Japura University. And I have included them because this is not free education or the private university. So you have a right to learn under a qualified person. And just to, with that purpose only, I have included them. And at the same time, I have given my mobile number. That is the only number I am using nearly for 26 years. And then my email address. Okay, so this will be available at each and every slides which I share with you. Hi, okay. Teaching English as a second language. What do you feel about this subject? Hi, okay. So this is your subject. Before we go, before I show you the syllabus actually, you need to get a very clear idea about the meaning of second language. Okay, just get an idea. And this is conducted in online mode because there are students from different parts of the country, and that's very convenient for students as well as for the lecturer. But online mode, there are lots of criticisms actually. Online mode is not like physical mode, and there are certain flaws regarding online mode. So whatever it is, even I accept there are some shortcomings. But if the two parties work well, cooperate well, we can minimize those shortcomings. So here at my end, I am looking at the screen of my laptop and talking. I can't see you. You are from your end looking at your mobile device or laptop, looking at the screen, but you can see me because I have switched on the video. Okay, nothing is there in between. But we can make this more lively. That means I should feel you are there at the other end. Then only the process will work well. So what I am telling you, when I am asking questions, you can respond. And if you have a doubt, you can ask it directly from me. And this is more safe. No one can see you because you all have switch off videos. So there are different ways that we can communicate. You can directly talk to me switching on your microphone, or else there is a chat box. Whenever you have something to verify, clarify, you can put a message into chat box. Okay. Now we'll see what is second language. The topic has gone somewhere else. Yeah, let me put it into the middle. Hi, okay, this is what we are going to talk. What is second language? Do you have any idea? And the abbreviation or else the short form for this is actually, we call it L2. It's not SL, second language. We use this term L2 for second language. Okay, what is second language? Any idea?
Thank Yes, yes, ma'am.
Uh,
The language we don't use as mother language.
Hari, other language. Hari, okay. What you told is not very clearly audible, but I sensed that you were telling the real answer. Hari, here you can see the definition of second language. This is not the only definition. So this is one way we can define the second language. Okay, here you can see a second language is any language learned after the first language has been established. So after we acquire our first language, establish means after we got to know how to talk, how to write, how to read, how to speak, how to listen in our first language. If we are going to learn another language, that is called second language. Okay, that's a very simple thing. So in the field of linguistics, in the field of language learning, most probably the second language is replaced by foreign language. That means the two terms, foreign language and second language, they are used synonymously. Instead of second language, some people use foreign language. Instead of foreign language, some people use second language. It's okay, there's no issue. But you should remember there is a subtle difference between foreign language and second language. They are two things actually. Because there is a difference. It's not a huge difference. Very small difference, subtle difference is there. Now we'll see what that subtle difference is. Okay, just see. But you should know the difference. But you can completely ignore this because in day-to-day life, in practical scenario, second language and foreign language, they are used synonymously. And if you are a person who thought both are same, after seeing the difference, don't get confused. Okay, that's what I am telling. I am giving you the time to read. Did you finish reading?
Not yet, madam.
Okay, hi. I hope you might have understood the difference. When we use the term second language, the original meaning, the real meaning is we can call second language usually learned. The second language is a language that a person usually learn in an environment where that language is spoken natively. That means just imagine during the past year, the few years, months, most of the Sri Lankans, they were migrating to foreign countries. Just imagine an immigrant Sri Lankan went to UK, England. So after going there, he is living in an environment where English language is spoken as a native language in England. The native language of most of the British people, that is English. Now there is a Sri Lankan, but this person's native language is not English, but he is living in an environment where English is the native language. So, this foreigner, the Sri Lankan, has to learn that language because without using English language, he cannot survive in England. He cannot talk to other people without learning English language. So when this Sri Lankan is learning English language in an environment where English language is spoken natively is called the second language. Is that clear?
Yes, madam.
At the beginning I told you don't get confused. We call English language the second language in Sri Lanka. That's okay. That is natural, general. But I am telling you the real difference between second language and foreign language. So we are not living in another country. So we are still in Sri Lanka. But in Sri Lanka also we call English language second language. It doesn't matter. So then what is foreign language? It's the language learned in an environment where it is not the primary medium of communication. So then here the example is Japanese students learning French in Japan. And that's similar to Sri Lankan student learning English in Sri Lanka. Are you confused? Okay, so then according to the original definition, actually we are learning English not as a second language but as a foreign language. Okay, don't get confused. That is the original difference. And now we will go to the next slide. Now we are looking at the characteristics of second language, L2. Just read. When you finish reading, let me know. Hi. Okay, did you finish reading? Are you still reading?
Finish, ma'am.
Okay. These are main characteristics of L2, second language. Sequence. Sequence in the when we think about the sequence, actually, you know this already. A second language is learned after the mother tongue. Okay, that is the basic thing. So, my mother tongue is Sinhala. I learned English. That is my second language. And there are students here whose mother tongue is either Sinhala or Tamil. So, English is the second language of all of us. And now don't think about that foreign language. It's a foreign language, but we use the term second language for the English language also in Sri Lanka. It doesn't matter. That same even in other countries. Second one is conscious effort. The meaning is actually when we learn our first language, we learn it without our knowledge, unconsciously actually. So we learn Sinhala language as a subject in school, Tamil language as a subject in school, it's something else. But we acquired our first language naturally. So when before we go to school, we can talk in our mother tongue. We can write in our mother tongue. We can sometimes we can read and we can listen. But second language, we learn consciously. That means we know we are learning it. But mother tongue, we without our knowledge, we learned it. And the other thing is variable proficiency. That means proficiency. That means, how do we call proficiency? That means our ability to use the language. And while L2 speakers usually reach L1 speaker reaches a similar baseline of fluency, L2 proficiency varies widely based on motivation. That means all the L1 speakers, all the mother tongue speakers, they reach similar baseline in fluency. Just think about people using your mother tongue. If you are a Muslim or a Tamil person, you can think about your community using Tamil language. If you are a Sinhalese one, you can think about Sinhalese community and how they are using Sinhala language. So everyone has reached a similar baseline. Everybody can talk in Sinhala. Everybody can listen and understand in Sinhala. Everybody can read in Sinhala. Everybody can write in Sinhala. Okay, so there is a baseline. Most everyone has reached that baseline. There can be exception. I know there are people who cannot write, read in Sinhala. That's okay. The situation is same regarding Tamil language also. But when it comes to L2 proficiency, there is a vast difference. There can be many differences among learners. That means based on motivation, based on age, and based on exposure, there may be huge differences uh, among learners regarding proficiency. And even in the same classroom, the English proficiency of all the students is not same. The proficiency is not same. If you have a question, you can ask.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, ma'am, if the L1 is the Tamil, then the L2 will be a Sinhalese or English L2. Second language is our mother tongue
Yeah,
if it is a
which one?
Tamil.
Yeah. Yeah, good question. So actually, uh, Out of English and Tamil, which language you learned first?
So basically, learn speak at home Tamil only, but I
Oh,
learn in Sinhalese medium. So
ah.
that's a confusion. So
Learning
L2
single
is the
medium.
learn
Learning in
Sinhala medium. Yeah, learn Sinhala medium, talking Tamil at home. So then
uh-huh.
the it applies to which L2? L2 applies for the English or Sinhala it is applied.
But I feel English, but that's a question which is very difficult to answer actually. Your situation is somewhat different. So then at home, you were talking in Tamil. Can you write and read in Tamil?
Yeah, some sorts of some extent can read and write some
Yeah, yeah.
extent.
But your writing and reading in Sinhala, is it better than your ability in Tamil language?
Yeah, sure. I learn up to advanced level in Sinhalese medium only, but
That's what.
not
So
that much
then,
of Tamil is not that much.
regarding
Yeah.
you, actually, regarding you, you can consider Sinhala also, not Sinhala, English as second language because your proficiency in Sinhala language is just like the proficiency of a person regarding the native language. Because
Yes,
we
ma'am.
can say Sinhala is L2, English is L3, but normally in the world we don't talk just like L1, L2, L3 term is not used. That is the problem. Is it clear? Are you satisfied with the answer? Honey, okay. So now I will show you there is a particular syllabus for you. Hi, okay, so this is the syllabus. So I did not take it into slide. Hi. So there are 5 modules we have to cover. Under these 5 modules, there are different sections. So here you can see the first module, Foundations of Second Language Acquisitions. So under that, you have to learn theories of second language acquisition, factors affecting second language acquisition. Under theories, there are 4 theories. And remember, these are very huge theories. Under this subject, we are not going to study these theories in detail. Detail in the sense A to Z, we are not studying, but you are getting a general idea about these theories. And then error analysis and learner strategies, they are there. The second module is language skill development, reading, writing, listening, speaking, they are there. Then language teaching methodology, because our subject is second language teaching. Then communicative language teaching, task-based learning, audio lingual method, total physical response. Yeah, there are some. And then classroom management is there. Then material development and resources. Okay, so if necessary, I will share the syllabus with you. Hi, shall we go to the first lesson now? Hi, okay, so here, because we can't waste time. Hi, okay, just have an idea about what you are going to study.
Yes, ma'am, done.
Okay, good. So then don't get afraid or don't get upset that there are, oh my God, there are many more things like that. Simply we'll learn. Theories of second language acquisition, that is behaviorism, cognitivism, constructivism, humanism. So these are huge theories, as I told you. I can teach you one theory for one semester, just like that. As I told you, you are just simply getting a general idea about these things. And then we will be learning about factors affecting second language acquisition. We'll be learning about learner factors, social cultural factors, affective factors. Oh, don't worry, I will explain those things. Now we'll go to the first part of the topic. Okay, get some idea about behaviorism. Okay, I hope you read it. Behaviorism is a theory of language learning. So language learning is a broad area. There are many theories there. Among them, behaviorism is also a theory about language learning. And according to this theory, it is believed all our behaviors are learned through conditioned interactions with the environment. So, as human beings, we interact with the environment. As a result, our behaviors are there. So, our behavior is a response to the stimuli which we receive from the environment. And don't get confused. When I show you the example, you will understand it better. And then human beings are having two types of behaviors. One category of behaviors can be observed. And at the same time, there are some other behavior which cannot be observed. For an example, we can observe a person's physical behavior that easily can be observed. Whether the person is angry, happy, sad, whether the person is standing or walking, going, like that. But can we study the mental behavior of a person. The mental behavior of a person is not observable. So under behaviorism, the behaviorist, they paid their attention only to observable behavior. Okay, if I brief you the summary here, behaviorism is a language learning theory. According to this this theory, behaviorism, okay, our behaviors are the result of conditioned interactions with the environment. And there are two types of behaviors. Out of them, we are paying our attention here only to observable behavior, not the behavior which cannot be observed. I am scrolling down. If you have a doubt, you can ask me or put a message. Hi. Okay, just read. Hi. Okay. Here also the same thing actually. Behaviorism focuses on observable behavior. So then there are some other language learning theories which focus on internal mental status. But behaviorism completely focus on uh, observable behavior. Behaviors organism exhibit. That means behavior, observable behavior is paid attention under behaviorism. And behaviorism thoroughly believes learning happens through conditioning. And the decision or the process of repeating the same behavior is decided by its consequences. If I tell you here, think about a small child. When she does something, if parents, teachers are praising the child, appreciating what the child did, the child will be repeating the same action. Just imagine the opposite. So when the child does particular behavior, parents are blaming, punishing, teachers are blaming and punishing, then the child will not be repeating the behavior. So that is the meaning. So there should be a conditional. I will give you a time to ask about questions after I explain behaviorism. Hi. Okay, just read. I will explain, and when you finish reading, let me know.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Sure.
Yeah, there is a black line is on the screen. It's not that
That is
much clear.
because that is I don't understand. Yeah, is it because of now is it visible?
No, ma'am.
Yes.
For me, it's same.
I don't know. That is according to the way this Zoom link has been created. I don't know. Now the words are visible, is it?
Some letters close it.
And
Some
because
letters.
there is so then this bar is going here and there. Is that so?
No, it's still it is there. Only the just a line.
Because that's not visible in my laptop screen. So now is it there? Can't you read the slide?
It's there, but can't read now.
Okay, just I don't know what has happened.
Okay, madam, done.
Okay, we'll see. So here there are certain sections here. I have mentioned the name B.F. Skinner. So he is a well-known figure under behaviorism. But at bottom of the slide I have given you, the father of behaviorism is John B. Watson. So John B. Watson is the one who gave the idea about behaviorism. But the contribution of Skinner to behaviorism is very huge. Okay, so then under behaviorism, the stimulus response, SR, S for stimulus, R for response, that is considered as the main principle. So what is this stimulus response? That is actually external cues or stimuli trigger our reaction responses. So external cues mean some uh, condition in the environment. You just take it like that. External cues or stimuli means some condition in environment trigger. You know, there is a trigger in a pistol, the gun. Okay, in Sinhala we call I don't know whether you are familiar with the term. So that is trigger. When we pull the trigger, the bullet will go out. So that is the simple meaning. So this environment condition trigger our reaction. So based on different environmental conditions, we are having different behaviors. So there is a clear example. So just imagine a bell ringing. You just imagine your school time. So bell is ringing. So that is the stimulus. But when the bell is ringing, you know it is the bell for lunchtime. So before you get food. Okay, so then bell ringing is the stimulus. Response is, the behavior is, or else response is getting food. Okay, making you salivate in and sorry. Here the bell ringing can be taken as the stimulus. So then daily when you are schooling, you know at what time the bell rings for lunch. So whenever that bell is ring at a particular time, you are ready to have lunch. So actually, originally, this uh, experiment was done using dogs. Okay, so then when dogs are fed, so when food is given to dog, this researcher used to ring a bell. So he used to ring the bell for a long period, we'll say 1 month. So whenever he gives food, he used to ring a bell. So then later he got to know uh, even without giving food, when the bell is ring, the dogs are getting saliva in their mouth. I think I put it in detail in the next slide. Let me see. No. I'll show it to you. Okay, so the bell ringing is the stimuli. Saliva coming to mouth is the response. The reward is getting food. Sometimes the reward will not be there. The bell is ringing. The saliva is coming to mouth, but food is not there. And we'll go to the next one.
Ma'am, there is a black line. We can't read the passage.
Okay, Hari. Yeah. Now is it okay?
No, ma'am. Still,
Ha, read.
Done, madam.
Hari. Okay. So, here, the reinforcement. Reinforcement, the simple term, we can call it giving feedback. Okay, the consequences of our responses play a crucial role. The positive consequences or reinforcement, like praise or reward, strengthen the connection between the stimulus and the desired response. That means um, because of environmental condition, there is a behavior. And when this behavior gets reinforcement, a kind of feedback. So when it gets a positive reinforcement, so that particular behavior will be repeated. Conversely, the opposite way, when the behavior receives negative consequences, just like punishment, the behavior will not be repeated. Okay, so just remind whether what you did up to now, what you learned. So this is in a very simple way we are learning about behaviorism. Otherwise, these are very huge theories. Just remind, if you have a doubt, you can ask me. Okay, so do you have questions? So behaviorism is a language learning theory. Under this behavior, it is believed that our behaviors are the result of our interactions with the environment. So that is the basic thing. John B. Watson is the father of behaviorism, but the person called Skinner also contributed a lot. So the core principle of behaviorism is called stimulus response. As a result of stimulus, there is a response. And there is a researcher, I can remember Pavlov. So he did a research actually that is with the dog. So he used to feed dogs and then he used to ring a bell. So later, earlier the dogs started getting saliva when they see food. So when he was repeating the bell ringing in parallel to food giving, later even without food, just because of the bell ringing, the dog started salivating. Honey, okay, so then see. So then now we have a behavior as a result of stimuli. As a result of environmental condition, we have a behavior. So then our behavior is getting consequences, or we'll say feedback. So there are two types of feedback. One is positive, other one is negative. When we receive positive consequences, we will repeat the behavior. The small kids do this very well. That means when they are praised. So that's why parents are always asking uh, to encourage students, appreciate students, admire students when they do something good, because they will repeat it. At the same time, parents are advised to give negative feedback, just like blaming, punishing when they do something bad. Okay, that is a very simple thing we learn. Is that clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. Now, now we'll see how this behaviorism can be applied to second language learning. Okay, so then in the past, to apply behaviorism in language teaching, the audio-lingual method was used. So to apply behaviorism in second language teaching, audio-lingual method was used. Okay, just see what it is.
මෙන්න මේ කෝප දෙකවත් යනවා දැන් උදේට භාවනා කරන වෙලාව. කෝප ටික තියන්නකො කෝප ටික දාලා තියෙන වෙලාවේ භාවනා කරන්න නැතුව.
Other way, if you talk family matters, switch off your microphone. Hi, okay. So, uh, to apply behaviorism in language learning, language teaching, or the audio-lingual method was used. And this audio-lingual method, simply we'll say ALM, it was very popular in the mid 20th century. That means around 1950s, it was very popular. So, under behaviorism, this is whatever. Under behaviorism, this is what is happening. Let me hurry. So, drills and repetitions were used as stimuli. So, that means teachers who were teaching during this time using audiolingual method, they were using drilling. So, what are drilling? So you all have seen sport meets. So during sport meet, there is a drill actually on the day. So students are trained. The students are taken to the ground. That is called drill. That means all the students are doing the same thing. So maybe some are demonstrating, the others will be following. So then under drilling and repetition, that means the teachers, when they were teaching grammar structures and dialogues, they were using drilling and repetitions. For an example, just imagine a teacher is teaching simple present tense to the students. So rather than explaining what it is, the teachers use drilling and repetitions. So just like this, a teacher will say, okay, students, you read after me. She goes to school. The whole class will say she goes to school. He goes to school. It goes to school. I go to school. They go to school. We go to school. You go to school. Just like that. So they get to know with IVU they we have to use plural verb without s. He, she, it we have to use with simple verb just like that. Hi, okay. Yeah, just read this also.
Done, madam.
Okay. Positive reinforcement or correct responses. So then earlier we told about this positive consequences. So when teachers are teaching, they are using drills and repetitions as a technique. So when students produce correct responses during drills or repetition, the teachers will praise them. Teachers will say, okay, well done, very good. Okay, just like that. And when teachers are giving positive feedback, actually, the students will be motivated and encouraged, and they will be continuing positive behavior. So they always try to give you correct answers. So this behaviorism is very good with primary kids actually. So that is why primary teachers are giving star marks to the students, and they will paste happy faces, and they need very lengthy correct marks because they are for positive reinforcement. So when teachers are giving positive reinforcement, the students will be encouraged to answer correctly always. Okay, so that is when giving positive reinforcement. At the same time, when teachers are giving negative feedback, teachers should give negative feedback when students are doing the things wrongly. So they will not repeat it. Hi. Next one, mimicking native speakers. See what it is. Okay, mimicking native speakers. So, similar to the stimulus response concept, and the audiolingual method, it encourages learners to mimic native speakers' pronunciation. So, under audiolingual method, teachers were drilling actually. Teachers, just like models, they were telling sentences and they were following the accent of native speakers, the pronunciation even. So the students were supposed to imitate the correct response repeatedly. Learners solidify the desired association. So during that time, so when audiolingual method was popular, teachers were drilling. The teachers were reading sentences to the students, and students were supposed to repeat them. So the teachers were always using uh, British pronunciation in Sri Lanka. If it is Sri Lanka, they were using standard pronunciation, received pronunciation, the British pronunciation. So under audiolingual methods, the mimicking native speakers, that means the native speakers pronunciation that was focused. And next. That you can easily understand. See what it is. Okay, limited use of learners' native language. So under audiolingual methods, learners' native language was not used in the process of teaching. Okay, now the teachers are encouraged to use even uh, students' native language when teaching English language. Because now the common belief is rather than explaining a particular meaning of an English word with much difficulties, if the teacher can use the exact mother tongue word for that, the students will easily get it. So that's okay today. But under audiolingual method, the student's native language, it was not almost used in the classroom. It was discouraged. So then the stimulus response connection, it was only with the target language. Target language is English. And next. Okay, so critical look at the audiolingual method. So now we were talking about audiolingual method. So now we are looking at audiolingual method through a critical look. So what are the positive things? What are the negative things? The one negative point regarding audiolingual method is overemphasis on drills. So under audio, the teachers who were teaching English language under audiolingual methods, they were always using drilling and repetitions as a basic tool of teaching. But what happened as a result? The students lost the opportunity for creative language use. And among students, there may be students who are comfortable with drilling. But at the same time, there may be students who hate drilling. But teachers were using drilling as the main way of teaching. Hi, okay, read this one also.
Mayangin തടുമാറുവാനേ ബസ്സിലെ പോനുണ്ട് ആൾക്കാരും കയറി
Hi, okay. So under audiolingual method, the focus is on drilling over communication. So the basic purpose of a language is to communicate. So there may be other purposes also, but the main purpose of learning a language is to communicate. Okay, so under audiolingual method, the language is you learn using drilling. So there what will happen is actually the learners will learn the language using drills, no doubts. The grammar will be learned using drills, but they struggle later because they cannot respond to real world conversation. So if I tell you the most of the students who learned English in the past actually, they get 100 marks out of 100 for language paper. They know English grammar, tenses, active voice, passive voice, direct, indirect speech, everything. But they can't talk. So even now, there are students like that. They get A passes for English language at O-level exam, but they can't talk. That means they focus more on drilling. I mean, I'm talking about audiolingual method, and they did not pay attention to communication. And limited learner focus, another weak point. That means audiolingual method does not fully consider individual learning style. And you know, when we take one group of students, all are not same. They are having different learning style. Some are auditory learners, some are kinesthetic learners, some are visual learners, tactile learners. There are many types of learners. But audiolingual method does not consider individual learning style. Okay, so there may be learners who like to learn through interactions, group work, but nothing is there under audiolingual method. Hari, okay, now I will do something like this. I will share you a small video, then you can watch it. Yeah, wait. Yeah, let me see where it is. Presentation post. Yeah, let me share it. Can you see the video?
In education, behaviorism is about.
Can you hear the sound also?
Yes, ma'am.
Hari, okay, let me play it again. I will play it. Hari, okay. Now I have switched off my video so that you can listen it very well. Hari.
In education, behaviorism is about utilizing reinforcements or punishments to shape student behaviors and outcomes. We can use this for teaching new information as well as behavior management. For example, a behaviorist teacher would reward students with gold stars or extra recess time when they correctly answer questions in a quiz. This employs positive reinforcement to encourage students to memorize the correct answers. The theory underpinning behaviorism is simple. Rewards increase the likelihood of a behavior, while punishments decrease the likelihood of a behavior. The most important thing for us to remember is that behaviorism has both benefits and limitations. So we need to know when to use it and, importantly, when not to use it. Here are some great moments when you can use behaviorism in your teaching. 1. With younger children tend to respond very positively to positive reinforcements. Stickers, awards and treats are highly motivating for them. 2. With children with autism, research within a specific area of behaviorism, known as applied behavior analysis, consistently shows that children with autism tend to respond very well to behaviorist techniques. Oftentimes, this is because children with autism need clear rules and guidelines. Behaviorism methods tend to give explicit information to children about the consequences of behaviors, which helps children with autism clearly understand expectations. 3. As a means to motivate, behaviorist techniques such as giving out grades for good work can be highly motivating. A student strives for an A grade because this is a reward for appropriate behavior. Here, we see that, from young children to university students, behaviorism is an integral part of our education systems. Despite these benefits, there are clear downsides of behaviorism. Here are 2. 1. Shallow learning. At its core, behaviorism incentivizes the correct response to a question. This generally leads students to try to memorize correct responses rather than digging deeper into understanding a topic. To give a simple example, a behaviourist method would encourage a student to memorise the fact that 5 times 5 equals 25. But this doesn't necessarily mean the student actually knows why 5 times 5 comes to 25. Other methods, such as constructivism, focus more on the process of learning rather than the outcome, which leads to deeper understanding. 2. Not addressing root behaviours. When using behaviourism as a behaviour management technique, we tend to punish misbehaviour without understanding why a student is misbehaving. Take the example of a young student who is wriggling and talkative all morning. They might get a punishment from the behaviourist teacher. But the teacher may be missing something here. Perhaps the student missed breakfast and needs an apple, or is tired and needs a 20-minute sleep. In these instances, a humanist approach that looks at root behaviours will help the child more than a behaviourist approach that just focuses on a punishment. This introduction to behaviourism in education just scratches the surface. For next steps in your learning journey, I recommend exploring the difference between two forms of behaviourism.
Okay. So there you got to know about the sequences. That means when teachers are giving positive feedback, how students are repeating the behaviors, and when teachers are giving negative feedback, how they are giving negative behavior. They are not repeating. Okay, listen to this one also.
Is a school of psychology that emphasizes the study of observable behavior, rather than subjective experiences or mental processes. It is a theory that focuses on the actions that individuals take in response to external stimuli, and how these actions can be modified through reinforcement and punishment. Behaviorism emerged in the early 20th century as a reaction against the introspective methods of psychology that dominated the field at the time. It was led by the American psychologist John Watson, who famously declared that psychology, as the behaviorist views it, is a purely objective experimental branch of natural science. Watson argued that psychology should focus on observable behavior, and reject any reference to subjective experiences, which he believed were unscientific and impossible to measure. Another influential behaviorist was the American psychologist B.F. Skinner, who developed the theory of operant conditioning, which suggests that behavior is shaped by the consequences that follow it. Skinner's work emphasized the role of reinforcement and punishment in shaping behavior, and led to the development of techniques such as behavior modification and token economies. Behaviorism is based on the following key principles. 1. Focus on observable behavior. Behaviorism's focus on observable behavior means that it studies the actions of individuals in response to external stimuli such as rewards or punishments. 2. Conditioning. Conditioning is the process by which individuals learn to associate a particular behavior with a particular outcome. There are two types of conditioning: classical conditioning and operant conditioning. Classical conditioning involves learning to associate a neutral stimulus with a meaningful stimulus, such as associating the sound of a bell with the arrival of food. This type of conditioning was famously demonstrated by the Russian psychologist Ivan Pavlov, who conditioned dogs to salivate at the sound of a bell. Operant conditioning, on the other hand, involves learning to associate a particular behavior with a particular consequence, such as receiving a reward or punishment. This type of conditioning was developed by B.F. Skinner, and is the basis for many behavior modification techniques. 3. Reinforcement and punishment. Reinforcement refers to any consequence that increases the likelihood of a behavior being repeated, while punishment is its opposite. It refers to any consequence that decreases the likelihood of a behavior being repeated. Reinforcement and punishment can either be positive or negative. Positive reinforcement involves giving a reward, while negative reinforcement involves removing an unpleasant stimulus, both in order to increase the likelihood of a behavior being repeated. On the other hand, positive punishment involves giving a punishment, while negative punishment involves removing a pleasant stimulus, both in order to decrease the likelihood of a behavior being repeated. And 4. Environmental factors. Behaviorists believe that behavior is shaped by environmental factors, rather than internal mental processes. This means that behaviorists focus on external factors such as rewards, punishments and social interactions, rather than internal ones such as thoughts and emotions. Criticisms. One of the main criticisms of behaviorism is its reductionist approach to human behavior. Behaviorists view behavior as basically the result of a stimulus-response relationship, in which an external stimulus leads to a specific response. This view, however, overlooks the complexity of human behavior, and reduces it to a simple cause and effect relationship. But human behavior is not always predictable. It is not always easy to identify the specific stimuli that lead to a particular behavior. Behaviorism is also criticized for its lack of attention to cognitive processes. Cognitive processes are internal mental processes, such as thinking, reasoning, and problem-solving, that play a significant role in human behavior. By focusing only on observable behavior, behaviorism ignores such cognitive processes, limiting our understanding of human behavior, and keeping us from developing effective treatments for psychological disorders. Finally, behaviorism is criticized for its deterministic view of human behavior. Behaviorism suggests that all behavior is the result of external factors, and that individuals have no control over their behavior. This view, however, is overly simplistic, and fails to take into account the complex interplay between internal and external factors that influence human behavior. If you
Okay.
find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, follow us on social media, and subscribe to our channel for more related content.
Hi. Okay. So from these two videos also you might have got some idea about behaviorism. Okay. So we completed one language learning theory, that is behaviorism. Yeah, wait for 1 minute. I will give you certain questions on that. Okay, wait. Yeah, what is that? Yeah, wait, give me 1 minute. 1 to 12, yes. Meanwhile, you can just check whether there are issues, questions. Them, yeah. Honey, okay. So let me share this. Honey, now as today is the very first day, I am not going to the second theory today, but I thought of giving you some questions on what you learned today. Honey, okay. Here, it's just like a quiz on behaviorism. Hope you can see it. Harry, okay, this is question number 1. Harry, okay, just think of the answer. According to behaviorism, how are all behaviors learned? Answer A, answer B, answer C, answer D. Which one is correct? You can put a message into chat box. Because if you read out the answers, other students will not try. So leisurely study and tell me what it is.
Answer B, ma'am.
Yes, correct. Answer B is the correct one. That means, let me highlight it. Through conditioned interactions with the environment. According to behaviorism, behaviors are learned through conditioned interactions with the environment. Okay, answer is correct. And now we'll go to the second question. Okay, so this is the second question.
Answer B.
Yes, once again, answer B. Behaviorism is primarily concerned with observable stimulus response behavior. Correct. Okay, now we'll go to the third question. Yeah. Third question. Okay, this is the third question. I will put some
Answer
other
C.
name. Yeah, answer C is the correct one. I will put some other name. Okay. Which psychologist is mentioned as a prominent figure in behaviorism? That is B.F. Skinner. So he is one of the prominent figure in behaviorism. Correct. Question number 4.
Answer A.
In the stimulus response principle, SR principle, what role does the stimulus play? Yeah, what is the answer?
B. Answer B.
D.
Yeah, different answers are there. Yes, we'll say answer B. One is telling, yeah, once again study.
Answer C, ma'am.
The C is the correct one. Yes, of course. Answer C. Here you can see answer C. It is an external cue that triggers a reaction. The bell ringing is an external cue. Reaction is salivating. Honey, number 5. I will put it down, otherwise you can't see it in one page. Yes, see the answer for this.
Answer B.
Answer B.
Answer B, yes, giving praise or reward for a correct response. That's correct. Answer B is the correct one. Giving praise or reward. Other students also can see. Positive reinforcement. Positive. Number 6.
Answer B.
Answer B.
Yes.
Answer B.
Which language teaching method popular in the mid 20th century was heavily based on behaviorism? Yes, answer B. Audiolingual method. Correct. Question number 7.
Answer B.
Answer B.
Drilling.
Yes. In the audiolingual method, what acts as the stimulus for the learner? Drills and repetitive practice of grammar structures. Okay, correct. Answer B is the correct one. Number 8.
Ma'am, letters are
Answer
little bit
B.
blurred. It's not that much clear.
Answer B.
Yes,
C.
one is telling
C.
answer B.
C. Answer C. Answer B.
And we'll see, why does the audiolingual method discourage the use of the learner's native language? So under audiolingual method, the learner's native language is discouraged.
D.
Why
D.
it
Answer
is
D.
happening this? Yeah.
D. Answer D.
Answer B is the correct one actually. To ensure the target language is the primary stimulus for response. Because target language is used as stimulus, not the native language. But when you are not sure of the answers, see the other answers. To save time during the lesson, no. Because the teacher may not know the native language, no. To prevent students from talking to each other, no. Then the correct answer is B. One more should come here. Yeah, let me. Question number 9.
Answer B.
Yes, what about others?
Answer C.
Is that so?
Answer B.
What is a common criticism of the audiolingual method? Common criticism. It can be repetitive and lacks opportunities for creative language use. So that is the correct answer. Hi. Okay, that is the correct answer. Now we will go to the next one. Question number 10. According to the slides means what we learned today, okay?
C. Answer C.
Yes.
D.
Answer D.
Answer D.
Is
Mimicking.
yeah, what about others?
Answer D.
Answer D.
Is that so?
Mimicking native speaker pronunciation.
The first student gave the answer as C. That is the correct one. According to what we learn, what might learners struggle with if they only use the audiolingual method? So if learners learn using only the audiolingual method, at the end of learning, what is the main problem they face? They are unable to transfer drilled responses to real world conversations. So they are okay, they correct, they use correct way when they are drilling, but when it comes to real world conversations, real world speaking, they cannot communicate. So that is the problem. Harry. Okay. So let me check one more question from past paper regarding this. Let me check whether it is there. Papers are here. The it is, yeah, we cannot find it there. Let me check somewhere else. Here. Harry. Okay, wait. I will give you a questions to, it's not a past paper questions, but I will give you a questions to answer. Yeah, it. So this is the place where we stop. Yeah, I will give you a question. And here you can see two questions. I suppose you can see. Describe the core principles of behaviorism and explain how the audiolingual method applies these principles in second language acquisition. So I am sure you can answer this question from what you learned today. Second one is critically evaluate the strength and weaknesses of the audiolingual method in promoting effective language learning. Okay, so if you like, you can have a screenshot of these two questions so you can think of answering them. How can I share these slides with you? Any volunteer who is willing to get it from me and share it in the common group?
I can, madam.
Fatima Nafla. Is
Yes.
that you?
Yeah.
Yeah, Fatima, yeah. So then other students should know Fatima took the responsibility. It's not a huge responsibility. So Fatima, my WhatsApp number, my number is here. Can you just send me a WhatsApp message so then I can recognize you and I can share the slide with you.
Okay, madam.
Okay, so then after the lecture, now it is 9:33. Yeah, after the lecture, I will share. And this plus what we did, even the link for the slide videos and MCQ. Hari, okay. So today is the very first day. I did not get a kind of feedback. Just if you have suggestions to improve our online mode, you can come out with this. Okay, so with this, we will wind up the session for today and we'll meet again another day. I don't know when we are going to have the next lecture. Okay, so then good night and have a nice time.
Good night, madam.
Okay,
Madam,
good night.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, good night, good night,
Good night, madam.
good night. Yeah.